3,000 miles in white. This is narrowed it down right here. 06 red, 42,000 miles. Says it's a 9.5 out of 10. So I found one in Kentucky.
Proceed to 46th Street North.
27 miles away. One of the main reasons I'm buying an S2000 for the shop and building it the way we build things is to make it a demonstration car for a S2000 owner. It's not to try and sell you an S2000. However, once you experience one, you'll admit it's an amazing car. I've owned a few, I've worked on hundreds. They are absolutely a terrific car, and I'm a car guy. I'm not a S2000 specific guy. I want to build it and have the S2000 owner that's on the fence, the guy that said, well, mine's too mint to modify. The car is a fantastic car, but it's slow. You gotta admit it, it's slow. Maybe on the autocross when you're running at 8,000 RPMs around cones, it feels fairly quick. But in the real grand scheme of things, if you're sitting in front of this lot right here, everything in front of here is gonna take you from the light. Even that Jeep in the front. You ever gone to a light, sat with a Jeep and punched it and watched those things take off?
2 messages notifications. Wilson says, yes, it was awesome.
Okay, so just leaving my neighborhood, I drive down the road and there is a peacock walking down the road like a full-on peacock. You know what, guys? This is my take on this. I'd rather debate oil with somebody than debate politics. This guy is a Honda fan. This is so awesome. We have an EK here that he's building. There's another project he's got, EG. This is the one he just finished. These, I gotta say, my favorite are in white. White with white wheels. I mean, you can do the whole JDM thing and get really carried away, but these really suit well with the white wheels.
Yeah, well, this is actually 24.
Yep.
With Type R transmission, the Y2M3. It's completely stock.
Yeah. It's got to be fun though, right?
Oh yes.
Nice. You did this yourself?
No, with my friend.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yes. So.
That's awesome. You've already tuned it?
Yes.
What does it make?
213.
Nice.
And we don't change the timing.
Yep.
Gear? No, it's just.
Yep, just stock.
Just stock, yeah.
Yeah, but it's probably got pretty good torque, right? With it being the 2.4 bottom end?
Yes. I have the sheet there, I don't remember very well.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But he recommended to me, you want to change the timing gear?
Yeah, to give you more adjustability, put the 50-degree gear on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see inside, the seats are from the FN2 Type R.
Oh, yeah.
The European model.
Yeah. That's very cool. Cool project. H2B?
QSD kit.
Yep.
H2B H22 Euro R.
Yeah.
With GSR transmission.
This thing's a sleeper. You've almost got to leave the paint alone. Nobody would expect it. Just leave it stock and just go, what are you talking about? It's a stock motor. Alright, so this is the car we came to see. 2008 S2000 new Formula Red. So I'm going to look around this and kind of give you some of the things that I look for when I first look at a car. Obviously, you're first looking at it, you're looking for original paint, you're looking for paint damage if it has been painted. You want to look at the texture differences. And then the next thing, is this open right now?
No.
Okay. Next thing we're going to look at is VIN tags. That explains a lot. That tells you if we've had paint, if paint is being changed. Most of the time the VIN tags have been painted over. There should be 10 VIN tags. So let's go ahead and look over those. Alright, so first, 1. Should be 1 on the fender. 2. 3. 4. That's right in the hood right there. So the engine, everything's stock, right? Nothing's been changed?
Yeah. On the engine.
Yeah. Everything looks nice and clean under here. No leaks. Everything looks just the way it should be.
For some reason the car doesn't have a battery. I am.
VIN tag. VIN tag. In the trunk. Bumper. Trunk lid. Right there. Driver's side, same thing. Door. There's your VIN tags that you gotta look for first. Of course, quick look. The roof's got some damage. That's somewhat common. The roofs never really hold up, even on a low mileage car. Looks like the material is in good shape. Looks like something maybe hit it. Somebody might have just punctured it here because the wear spots here are in good shape. So that's just one of those things. Damage on there. So another key point on the driver's side. This is something that usually gets chewed up. This part right here. Getting it in and out of it, you see there's a little bit of wear. This is somewhat normal if somebody has used it. The leather stretched a little bit, but this bolster, they're notorious for getting sat on. People sit in here and roll this and damage this, cause a lot of problems. This one is in good shape. Leather stretched a little bit, but again, it's a used car. It's not sitting on a showroom, it has been used. Can we connect the battery up so I can just turn the ignition on?
Yeah.
I'll put this window down too to make sure that we're not going to get locked out of it. So we got what? 18.7, okay. 18.7, we got the factory radio in here.
1870.
Yeah, factory radio.
Yeah, but I think I have inside the code.
The code?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it with
That's okay.
the manual and everything.
Yep, that's not a big deal.
Oh, what's 1877? I
Yep.
thought, completely mistake. I thought it was 17.
Yep, that's alright. I can't keep track of them either. I've looked at so many, I've got all the mileage mixed up between every one I've looked at.
How we change here the mileage here? Can you maybe, I don't know if this is the right one?
What do you mean change the mileage?
Oh, when you put like a trip or something?
You can go over to trip right here, you can look at
This is
trip A and B.
Oh, okay. So this is the mileage, yeah?
Yeah.
18. Okay.
And then if you click over here, you go from kilometers to miles. If you click over on here, select.
Oh, this is kilometers maybe?
No, that's kilometers. Click it again. It's miles. You see how it lights up in miles right here?
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
yeah, it's 18.7.
Okay.
TPMS, probably either a low pressure or maybe the TPMS sensors have batteries in, they're old. Air conditioning works. Again, on a car this year, we're not really concerned with air conditioning not working or that kind of thing. Feel of transmission, we'll drive it, but this is notorious for S2000s. They're a little notchy, but it's precise. One of our tricks is the royal purple, really fixes those. Let's drop the top real quick, make sure it operates. We're gonna need to e-brake up, of course. Latches, pretty easy. Pull back on this button right here. Immediately makes an S2000 feel bigger. So the lip right here, it looks like the AP2 lip, but it's an aftermarket lip. I see the color is off a little bit, but it doesn't fit very well. It's just kind of sitting there. It doesn't follow the lines. This is kind of a hard lip to get, so everybody buys the aftermarket. But you see over here, it doesn't fit. It doesn't line up here. This is just one of those things, but the color doesn't match. That needs to be replaced. See, the headlights are starting to get like a little bit of a sparkle to them. This is sun damage. This is just part of an old car. At first glance, they look really nice. Then when you start looking at this is just something that's notorious on these cars. Can't get away from it. It's just age. It's almost like they get like a crystallizing in the lens. It just gets kind of dry and hardened there. So paint looks in good shape. I really need to see it out in the open. Alright, underneath looks clean, still got the marking on the subframe. Mufflers look good. Cross member bar across front of the diff looks in good shape. Alright, so we're gonna try the battery is stone dead. We ran it on a jumper. As soon as you take the jumper off, it dies. I can't drive it with the hood open. We're basically gonna rob the battery out of that car, put it in this car so I can drive it. So the good news is, guys, I'll be honest, I tried to haggle with him, but his price is fair, and he's sticking to his guns, and I said it's a fair price. I don't want to be that guy. I was just looking for a deal. I got to put a top on it. Top is back ordered. I buy more tops than anybody. I can't buy this top right now. But it's not horrible, but it needs to be replaced. You want to move the truck? Got it. And the lip needs to go in the bin. It doesn't fit. It's the wrong color. It's probably scratched. The paint behind it. That's the only thing that really kills it. I'll show you. If you take that lip off, it's all scratched up behind it. You see, it's all jacked up right there. I gotta move my truck. All right, try a new battery. All right, success. It works.
I'm gonna move the S3.
Okay. All right, so he just moved in his car. Let's back this out. This is the first short drive in the S. Let's make sure I don't hit anything. He's right behind me. That would suck. That would really suck. I'll back into one of his cars with his other car. That wouldn't get us off to a good start, would it? So in my past videos, you'll notice that I talk about the transmissions being notchy. This only has 18,000 miles and the transmission is very notchy. It's just an S2000 thing. I found it's worst in third. If you go right here, it's got that click, that clunkiness. Watch my video about how to improve the shifter on your S2000. It makes a world of difference, but that's just something that is notorious on these things. They're very notchy. Make it right?
Yep.
Now if we get pulled over with the cops, I'm gonna get out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get out and run, okay? It's just gonna be on.
Yeah, with the cops, in trouble.
This car's never seen the rain. The first thing I do is I drive it in the rain, through puddles. Don't feel bad, I'm the same way. I drive a car and it starts raining and I'm cringing. I'm like, oh, I should pull over. It just, it's just part of it. You can always get underneath and wash it and wax. I do that. I'm very, very anal.
This is the antenna for the S2000.
Look at that. I've never seen anybody do that before. That's how you keep it straight and protected. I've never seen that before. I've seen some people do some pretty cool things to keep that thing in nice shape. All right, so I just drove it. You know what? We got a deal, buddy. We got a deal. Okay. That's as good as a handshake.
Okay.
You got my word.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so the deal is literally done. I got to go to the bank and figure out the finances. I'm going to come back and give him a check from the bank. He's going to clean the car. He said he's never seen rain, and he's already got rain on it. The day selling it got rained on. So keep an eye on this. Hopefully you like this channel. It's amazing. I was going to make a whole vlog of checking out all these different cars. All the cars I had lined up, I'm going to have to call and say, sorry, I've already got a car. But first car I went to see, I bought. And I bought it from this fine guy right here.
I'm going to miss my baby, man.
At least you'll be able to watch it on the channel.
He's in good hands now, I know.
Absolutely. I'll take care of it.
Okay, John.
Thank you, buddy.
Congratulations.
Really nice meeting you.
No.
Hey Siri, take me to LHT Performance in Pinellas Park.
Just a sec. Getting directions to LHT Performance.
Okay, so I always use my GPS and I use my company as just a default because I can just say it and Siri knows how to get there, and I get kind of close and then obviously turn it off. But kind of crazy, the first S2000 I look at, I buy. So it fit the criteria. 2008, new Formula Red, perfect condition, no modifications apart from a couple of things which we're going to change. I already showed you that. The front lip and the spoiler on the back are aftermarket and they were painted. They weren't painted very well. They were slightly dark, but that's an easy fix. That thing is running nice. Look at that. Gotta get the name of that guy's tuner. Okay, so it's loud in here. We're in the Corvette. When I say we, I have a passenger, and that passenger is going to drive the red S2000 back. So this is the worst bridge ever. This is the Bayside Bridge. It makes every car feel like your suspension is absolutely shot. So the bouncing up and down, that's this bridge. So do you want to know the special guest?
Riding a horse over here on the bridge.
It really is.
That's what I feel like.
The only thing you're missing is a little bit of giddy up and a little bit of
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do that yourself.
Exactly. Horses love that. That's like pss, pss, to a cat, but it's to a horse instead. So, do you remember how to drive a manual transmission, Esther?
Yeah, I think I can remember.
Yeah, you figure it out.
Yeah.
I think one of the last times that she was driving a manual transmission on the channel was the 2019 Z06.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
You kind of took people for a ride and give people a little pep talk, and probably got some guys in trouble and made some guys buy their wives' cars that they didn't really didn't anticipate buying.
I wasn't trying to get them in trouble. I was trying to get, you know.
He was trying to speak to them.
I was trying to speak to them and their wives, you know.
Yeah, well, hopefully it worked.
Yeah.
So we are driving to get the S2000 today. Esther is going to drive it back. There is no tag on the car, so we're going to do a little bit of Smokey and the Bandit.
Yes.
I'll of course be Bandit 1, and you'll be Bandit 2.
Yes.
So you're going to be, I'm going to be playing blocker for you. You're going to be running the 60 cases of Coors Light. I'm going to be in the Bandit 1. I'm going to be trying to block her from the cops.
I don't know if it's going to fit in the trunk.
Yeah, well, that's just a metaphor. Coors Light is the fact that we have no tag on the car.
I know.
So the idea is we don't have a tag on the car. This is kind of like I'm going to try and stay on her tail so a car doesn't come between us and see the no tag cop, meaning other car. Mustang going by us.
I know, I saw it.
Check
already.
that thing out.
Mustang, Mustang, Mustang.
That thing looks great.
It actually does look good.
It does. So I think it's one of those things that providing we're not doing,
I know, he's getting into
that was for our benefit.
Yeah, I think so.
So we have obviously the title, we're going to have put insurance on the car, I'm going to have a copy of the receipt. So if we do get pulled over, I think providing I have a reasonable attitude and I'm, you know, polite, courteous, and I go, listen, I just purchased the car.
You're not going to be talking to him. I will, because I'm the one driving the car.
Good point.
I'll just smile.
I'm going to just haul butt.
Show them,
If this-
show
if-
them my paperwork and just be like, it's fine.
If the cop comes, I'm going to do what I do best. Get out.
Yeah.
So I bought a brand new Honda battery because the battery that is in the car is stone dead, so we have a brand new one. Got to do the selfie picture as you leave.
That's right.
1, 2, 3. Okay, that's fine.
Awesome.
Perfect.
This is it. We will take good care of her.
That's right.
Thank you again.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Keep an eye on it. You're going to see it on the channel.
Okay, no, always I do that.
Absolutely. All right, you ready, Esther?
I'm ready.
All
I'm
right.
going to get my purse.
Okay, go ahead and get your purse. I'll get you in the car. We'll close the hood. You can roll. All right, go ahead and start it up, Esther.
Okay, I'm going to start it up.
You remember how to do it? First thing,
He's right here.
remember it's kind of like the start button, but a key and a start button. All right, the battery worked. All right, we're in good shape. All right, so I follow you. You remember the way back? I will stay on your tail.
I know.
All right. Esther's already got the top down. Look at that. She knows how to roll in an S2000. First thing you do, seatbelt on, top down. So many don't know, Esther used to drive a CRX with a Type R swap, and then an Integra with a turbo kit that we built, and then she had a red S2000 also. See if I can find those pictures somewhere. So she knows all about the S2000. So it's crazy, right? When I came to see this car the first time, it was raining. We took it on a drive, it was raining. He said, you know what, since I've owned this car, it's never been in the rain. And here we go, we come to pick it up. It's beautiful all the way here. It just starts to sprinkle, so hopefully it holds off, but maybe it's just one of those things. We're heading that way. It looks like beautiful weather, so we should be in good shape. Check out Esther's house. Look at that. Is this not your house? So this isn't Esther's house. What happened is she was driving and she said, I felt it do a little shimmy. She goes, I don't know if the guy just changed the wheels and tires. I don't know if the wheels are loose. Can you just check it? So we just pulled over here and checked all the lugs are tight. So the tires are 2013, so they're 7 years old tires, if you know anything about the date on there, you'll see that you're only really supposed to keep tires, high performance tires, for 5 years, and then you should replace them. So these tires are probably got flat spots, but it's always good to double check. Kudos to Esther for saying, hey, something don't feel right, let's check it. As long as all the lugs are tight, we're good to go. Now she is probably going to take off out of here, and I'm going to have to sit and scream it to catch her. Look at that, I knew it. Try and shift left-handed, one-handed. Oh yeah, we catch her. It's got to be the hottest October ever. I got the window down, but the AC is on because it is hot. Esther is up there. She's probably got the AC cranking. She is fixing her hair. She is having the time of her life. Look at that. Top down. It's baking hot. No tag on the car. No care. Just enjoying the ride home. Which, incidentally, she's taken us back a different way. I think she has deliberately taken the long way back so she can drive the car longer, because this isn't the way we came. But it's all good. We're having a good time. She's enjoying it. She is going to give you her impression when we get out the car. She's going to be like, wow, I want to keep that car. You watch. So how was it?
Do I have to get out?
You want to keep it? It's like a vacation, isn't it? You don't want to come home.
Yeah, pretty much. It's amazing.
It's awesome, isn't it? Does it take you back to old times?
It's such a great car.
I know, it really is. I'm just looking at it coming down here, and it makes you realize that it's still such a modern looking car for essentially a 2000 or a 99 model year. I mean, a few updates on the AP2, but it's still a modern looking car. It really is. And with the top down, what a beautiful look that is. I mean, look at that. If you look on the back of our t-shirt, this was the angle I took. I stood on this pole and I took a picture of it here, and that's what's on our t-shirts. All right, I got plenty of good snapshots of you on the way, so I can share that on Instagram. And that might even be a thumbnail. It's so good. All right. Don't put too many miles on it.
Oh, I won't.
Oh, it's already got 18,800.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was trying not to let it roll over.
Oh, well,
We're trying to keep it nice. What do you think?
Did it come with the big cup?
The big one?
The big cup?
Yeah. The big Yeti cooler that keeps ice for 14 years. It is, isn't it? Look at the interior. Look at the driver's seat. That's like the first thing you look at on these.
Yeah.
Because nobody sits over there because it's too small for anybody.
Yep.
That side of the car is 20% smaller than this.
The red stitching.
It's kind of red. I couldn't tell if it was red. I've never
It's
actually
definitely red.
seen them.
I've never noticed that before in any other ones. It's not red.
No, it's kind of red though, isn't it?
It's definitely red. Well, maybe he did a marker trick.
Well, you know what you can be doing? You know what you can be doing? We will clean that, give you a red pen.
I'll do it.
You did a chair in blue and it still holds up.
As long as I get a few more driving days with it, I'm all right with that.
We've already caught up with your driving,
Do
so
I
you're good
earn
for a while.
something when I-
Well, you're already ahead. You're behind now. You've actually used up your credit driving.
You owe
Yeah.
13
I
Parker
owe-
hours.
13.
I owe nothing.
That would be interesting if we can shampoo that and touch it up with that red. I've got that fabric dye pen.
Yeah.
That would be actually kind of nice because I do have plans to, yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
To drive the car around.
Basically, we have a perfect car here. Few little things need to be addressed, not a big deal, but the car has great paint. It's straight, no paint work, all the panels line up. Car looks beautiful. Obviously, there's a few things we're going to do aesthetically, One of the main things is address this spoiler, this front lip. This is awful. Not only does it not fit the car very well, the paint looks funky. It makes it look worse than what it really is. Again, we're just kind of nitpicking it, but look at that, it doesn't fit. We're gonna get that addressed soon. This doesn't actually look bad now I see it in the sun. This looks better. In overcast, this almost looked darker, but now in this light, it doesn't look too bad. What do you guys think?
No, it doesn't.
It's not terrible, is it?
It didn't even stand out to me when I walked by the first time.
It might have just been in the overcast, it really started to show.
The paint isn't as nice as the car paint. That's the only thing that's doing it.
No, well,
It's like hazy and...
we might be able to wet sand it.
I think it's just like that other one. The other one you can see closer up, but if you get farther away from it, you can see the tiny.
It's a little bit in it.
But it's not like that.
Yeah, don't kill it.
No.
Don't go jacking the jack.
This jack has never jacked.
No, look at that.
It's still full of grease.
It's the original Honda grease.
There's no marking under here.
That was
No mark there.
That was greased by the Honda guy in the factory. That was done in Japan. That's Japanese grease.
That's right.
That is not a Japanese fork, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Has somebody been eating in this car?
Only noodles.
Alright, so that was our drive back. The car is safe and sound. We're sitting on the dyno right now, just for parking purposes. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Definitely worthwhile.
Yes.
Nice. So watch the next video. Some of the things that we're going to do with this car. I'm thinking we're going to put it on the dyno just the way it sits, so we have a true baseline exactly the way it sits. Then we're going to do fluids. That's going to be basically a whole episode on how you need to prep the car when you buy a car. So we're going to do full maintenance, talk to you about what you should look for, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, get it prepped. Then we're going to start modifying it. We'll do that step by step. So follow along, and if you like the channel, don't forget, hit the subscribe button on the way out, hit the like, and we'll see you in the next video.
There we go.